Canada and the United States, a changing energy partnership. For decades, Canada has been a steadfast energy supplier to the United States, playing a crucial role in ensuring its energy security. The two nations have built a deeply integrated energy market, developed over the years to allow a seamless flow of resources. With vast reserves of oil, natural gas, and hydroelectric power, Canada stands among the world's leading energy producers. Its rich energy resources have made it an indispensable partner for the U.S., which relies heavily on Canadian imports to meet its growing energy demands. This interdependence has fostered strong economic and political ties between the two countries. Their shared energy trade has provided stability and predictability, encouraging long-term investments on both sides of the border. Businesses have made strategic decisions with confidence, knowing that energy supplies will remain secure and steady. This cooperation has contributed to economic growth and prosperity for both nations. Shifting geopolitical landscape. However, recent geopolitical changes and policy decisions have started to reshape this long-standing alliance. The United States has introduced protectionist trade policies, prioritizing domestic industries and seeking to reduce its reliance on foreign imports. While this approach aims to strengthen the U.S. economy, it has also created uncertainty in its relationship with Canada. Tariffs on Canadian steel and aluminum, for example, have disrupted long-established trade practices, impacting industries and workers across Canada. These measures have strained diplomatic relations, raising concerns about the future of energy trade between the two countries. In response, Canada has begun reassessing its dependence on the U.S. market, exploring new trade opportunities with other nations. Canada's diversification strategy. Recognizing the risks of relying too heavily on a single market, Canada is actively working to expand its energy exports. One key strategy is strengthening trade ties with Europe through agreements like the Comprehensive Economic and Trade Agreement (CETA). This deal has opened doors for Canadian energy exports, particularly liquefied natural gas, LNG, and hydroelectric power, creating new avenues for growth and innovation. Beyond Europe, Canada is also looking towards the Asia-Pacific region. The expansion of the Trans Mountain Pipeline is a prime example of efforts to increase oil exports to Asian markets. Countries like China present massive opportunities for Canadian energy, offering a chance to establish new trade relationships. By tapping into these markets, Canada not only secures its economic future, but also strengthens its position as a key global energy supplier. Impact on U.S. energy security. Canada's shift away from the U.S. market could have serious consequences for American energy security. The United States heavily relies on Canadian imports, particularly oil and natural gas, to meet its energy needs. If these supplies were to decline, the U.S. would have to seek alternative sources, potentially leading to higher energy prices for consumers and businesses. Additionally, Canada plays a crucial role in supporting the U.S. energy grid, especially in states like those in the Northeast and Midwest that depend on Canadian hydroelectricity. A reduction in energy exports could strain the grid, increasing the risk of blackouts and disruptions to daily life and economic activities. Canada's growing global influence. With its vast energy resources, Canada holds significant geopolitical influence. As global demand for energy continues to rise, Canada's role as a reliable supplier will become even more important. By diversifying its trade partnerships, Canada gains greater flexibility in its foreign policy and strengthens its position on the world stage. This shift is not just an economic move. It is a strategic decision to enhance Canada's global standing. By reducing its dependence on the U.S., Canada can forge stronger alliances with European and Asian nations that seek energy security. The future of Canada-U.S. energy relations. The future of the Canada-U.S. energy relationship remains uncertain. While the two countries share a long history of cooperation, recent trade tensions have created unpredictability. If the U.S. continues to pursue protectionist policies, it risks pushing Canada further towards other trading partners. This could have long-term consequences for U.S. energy security, making it more vulnerable to supply disruptions. On the other hand, if the U.S. takes a more collaborative approach, it could repair the strained relationship and secure continued access to Canada's vital energy resources. A strong and stable partnership would benefit both nations, ensuring energy security economic stability, and mutual prosperity. Conclusion: adapting to a changing energy landscape. The global energy market is undergoing significant changes, and Canada's decision to diversify its exports reflects this new reality. The U.S. must adapt by strengthening its energy partnerships and reducing its dependence on any single supplier. Despite current tensions, the energy relationship between Canada and the U.S. remains essential. By addressing trade disputes and fostering cooperation, both nations can ensure a sustainable and prosperous energy future for North America.